Hi, I'm Sally, and I want to help you brainstorm some trip ideas. So, first, it's a good idea to assume everything is on the table. Don't write off any ideas because of any assumptions you have about the cost, safety, or timing. You may be surprised once you look into things that those places are totally doable. I'm going to give you 3 ways to generate trip ideas. So, first, browse tour operator websites. This doesn't mean you need to take a tour, just have a look through their photos and their itineraries and just see what grabs you. The next is to subscribe to some travelers on social media. See if you can find a few people who do the types of trip that most appeal to you, whether that's beaches, adventure travel, cycle touring, or whatever. The third is to do a little bit of brainstorming with me. So if you're ready to do it, get out a pen and paper and pour yourself a coffee or a drink. So as you write down ideas, don't worry about whether it's a city, a building, a country, a landscape, an event, anything. And don't worry if it doesn't seem like a whole trip itinerary. Anything can be a good starting point for planning a super interesting itinerary. All you need is that one idea to start with. And once you settle on one of these ideas, it's going to feel a lot less overwhelming. We will be able to cut those down in the next video, but first, I want you to put on your thinking cap. Think about places that you always would have wanted to visit as a kid. Maybe that's the pyramids or the Colosseum. Write that down. Next, think about your favorite food or wine or coffee, whiskey. What do you like to eat and drink? What would you like to learn how to cook? What would you like to see growing? Write those down. Next, think about your favorite animal. Where could you see that in the wild? Is there a specific religion you want to learn about? Maybe there's a language you'd like to learn a little bit of. What are your favorite types of music or bands? Are they on tour? Just write those locations down. Is there a festival you've always wanted to go to? Is there another art form you're into? Maybe you want to see a Shakespearean play in the Globe. Maybe you want to see salsa in the streets in Cuba. I met somebody at the Paris airport who was visiting Paris just to see one specific art installation. I'm sure she did many other awesome things in Paris, but this was her jumping off point. Now, if there's physical activities you're into, maybe hiking or surfing, doing those things abroad is a really great way to enjoy your holiday, enjoy your favorite hobbies at the same time. You probably already know some key destinations for those activities, so write those down. Maybe there's even a race or another event you could watch or participate in. Consider your other hobbies and interests. If you like to cook, think about where you would love to take a cooking lesson. Gardening, vintage bikes, yoga, whatever. There's probably some kind of course or event or seminar where you could go and indulge your esoteric hobbies. So on that note, what are your favorite movies, TV shows, books? Have you always wanted to visit the setting of one of those books or movies? Or maybe visit the author's hometown? Do you have a favorite sport or player that you'd like to see on their home turf? Consider special events that really pique your interest and write down the places they happen. And consider natural events that are on your bucket list, like maybe seeing the aurora borealis or cherry blossom season in Japan. Write those down. Now you probably have quite a list at this point. So move on to the next video to figure out how to whittle those ideas down, and then the video about how to build an itinerary from a single jumping off point.